Hey there and happy Tuesday. So I don't know if you were able to see that I went live earlier today, but usually Mondays are my day to have lots of energy. And with that, I thought, well, I came on, did a double card because the pieces fit together from one card to the next. So I did that earlier today. So if you missed that, you can go back and rewatch that. And because I'm busy not only hosting previous classes, but getting ready for one just a week from today here in my home is my next in-person stamp camp. And so just kind of getting ideas and like anything I need to clear my desk so that I can keep creating. And when I need to clear my desk, that's when I need to come live and give you guys some inspiration. Hello there, Pam. Good to see you on here. So I love popcorn. Like two of my favoriteest foods are peach pie and popcorn. So now you know the secret's out. I've let it out of the bag, the popcorn bag. And so the Poppin By Bundle is an online exclusive bundle. And so it's not like easy to find as far as like looking through a catalog. So I like to point that out. So if you just in the search button or bar put Poppin By, then you will see this. It's just a bundle, not a suite at all. And probably today you will see one of those rare cards where I'm not using any designer series paper. It always takes me by surprise when I don't use any. So thanks. Good to see your name up there too. Let me turn my camera around here and get a closer view here of my desk. All right, so let me start by showing you, well, first the card. So look at this cute guy. Isn't that just fun with his feet and his glasses there? So that's pretty cool. And then here is the bundle. So popping in to say hello. And hi there, Missy. Thanks for joining in. No one's better than you. How sweet is that? Enjoy. And then pop. And then we've got 3 different kernels that you can stamp. And then we've got some dies too that coordinate with that. And then we've got the bucket of popcorn here. And I know I'm going to need some of these dies. So these dies, I'll explain it as I cut it out. They fit inside each other for the little accents, like the little vents and such. Like I said, I'll show you that as I use them. This is our popcorn bucket. And then we've got the tiny, cute little feet and glasses that I think just make it all come together. And the only thing that I'm not using for today's card out of the complete set of dies is this like little film slide, film. I can't think of the individual like name, you know. You guys do a live once and then you'll know like words that just normally would come into your mind, like all of a sudden I can't think of the word for something, right? Okay, so a reel, there we go. It just came to me like the film reel, just a slice of that. So this is the Poppin By Bundle, and it's a pretty reasonable, I think it's like 36 something for the bundle. And because I love popcorn, like I said, I knew I had to have this one right away. So let me get started. I always think like, when I was creating this, like what did I do first? So maybe just start with like the base of the card, and this is basic black, and I'm folding it this way today. And then I came up with some coordinating colors, and you guys, you'll laugh about this, but as I was like interchanging, should yellow go, and then black, and then should red be on there, it started to look, for whatever reason, you can giggle with me, it started to look like Ronald McDonald. And I was going to find my son's backpack. For some reason, he has a McDonald's backpack and it's black and it's got like this lettering on there. And so all I could think of was McDonald's, and I didn't want my card to look like McDonald's. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's not what I was going for. Okay, so kind of my next step here is to take a piece of black cardstock 3.5 by 5 inches. And now I am going to emboss that. Let me get out my embossing folder. Here it is. Okay. So this is also online. This is Oh, yes, Disney. Now, you would think my mind would have went to Disney first, Missy, right? I mean, I was just there, you guys. So that is kind of funny because everything there is Disney. Now, my friend that I went to Disney with, her birthday's coming up next month. Maybe I should send her this card and see what her response is, because she'll probably say the same thing. I could make a popcorn card and she'd be like, hey, why did you give me a Disney themed card? Because she's pretty smart that way. Okay, so let me get out this mini corrugated 3D embossing folder. And love it, love it. Like I say, I love when embossing folders are 3D because we just get those really nice grooves in there. Okay, so for 3D, we're going to get that number 1 plate, which is the chunky one. And I want my... the nice thing about this big folder, not that it's huge like some of them are, but you can decide, do you want your lines to go this way or do you want your pattern to go that way? And I want this way. And actually I'm going to go like that to make sure it's lined up straight. And whenever I use this, somebody at a class will say, man, I used to have that corrugating machine where you'd slide the cardstock in and you'd hold on to it and you'd twist and then the corrugated piece would come out and you could have it as long as you wanted. For whatever reason, I liked it, but I always felt like it would start to crank out crooked for me, and it was so frustrating. So then my pattern would just, I don't know, look crooked, and it kind of drove me crazy. And then when my kids were younger and wanted to be in my craft room and I'd have an event to get ready for, I would give them strips of paper and have them use that corrugator just for something to do. And they got more fun out of it than I did, that is for sure. All right, so this was 3.5 by 5, and then I just cut some basic, or real red, excuse me, cardstock, just like a 1/16 more than that. It looks like the sides are a little bit wider because it did bunch up a little bit in the 3D embossing folder, which is just fine. So I'm going to get some adhesive, and I want to make sure that I'm going to the edges because a lot of times these 3D embossing folders have the deeper grooves, and I want to make sure that I get a good stick on there. But I kind of like how just a little bit of the red, like I want everything to kind of pop off of the black as far as color goes. And so because of that, I just want this little bit of red to show. And now this is ready, this layer is ready to go on my card base. And Missy, I see your name up there, and I'm all set. I've got my fall dates set up with Medelia Community Ed, and I'm excited about that to see you guys because I've been doing summer classes, but that doesn't work for Medelia, so I'm excited when that can happen again. All right, so I've got that on here like so, and now let's open up our black ink pad, the black Memento, and this is the red rubber type of stamp, Poppin' In to Say Hello. So I have cut a 5-inch by 1/2 inch piece of the Daffodil Delight, and I am going to just stamp this. Ooh, I did a terrible job. Oh my goodness, this is ooey gooey. Let's see, that did not turn out well. You know, okay, at my class, a couple recent class, it wasn't, I don't even think it was this ink pad, but some of my ink pads, a couple of them just seemed to be extra like inky. And I remember that happening one other time, and it was during the summer. And it's been so hot and humid here that even though we have central air, I do think like it does affect my ink pads. And I remember some demonstrators down in the South saying that the humidity did affect some of their things. Oh yes, Missy, if you go to my website too, if I forget, it's the end of September, middle to end of September, and then like beginning or middle of November, but it's on my website. But yeah, I will see your comment and I will let you know the dates for my Medelia classes for sure. Besides, my emails will be reminding you too. Okay, so I'm not going to squish. I think I was more worried about getting, for some reason, this O doesn't always want to stamp out great. All right, I don't like that either. It looks like it's going downhill. Okay, I know I've got another strip of this yellow. Here we go. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, maybe it's because this is my second video of the day. All right, popping in to say hello. Okay, that looks better, but I don't know why that O doesn't want to stamp out very good. So I'm just going to come in with my black marker here and fix that. So like I said, it could be just me and the day that I'm having. Hopefully, I like to cut down my stamps so that they don't get those edges on there. So I hope I didn't undercut it, which is rare, but that could be the case. All right. Hi there, Shelly. Thanks for joining in. Okay, so now I'm just going to run my adhesive all the way along the length of this strip here, and then eyeing it about a 1/2 inch up from the base of this piece here. I'm going to put that on like so. So I've got that. All right. Okay. All right. And then let's see, what do I want to do next? Okay, let's do some stamping so that I can finish the die cutting. Okay, so I'm going to open up my Real Red ink pad here, and let's see, where is my strip of? I did have it out. Let's see. Trying to think. Oh, here's another one. I don't know where that went to. Okay, so I've got this cute little dude here, and he is my popcorn bucket. And I'm going to ink him up in Real Red, like so. So that's going to be like that. And like I said, we're going to do the die cutting. I'm going to set that ink pad aside. And so I'm just going to set that there and bring over my machine again. And I'm going to reload with different plates for die cutting. Okay, I'm going to actually start with these cute little popcorn. So we've got these popcorn pieces here, and they're 3 different ones, like so. So this will cut out the shape of these popcorns here, and hopefully the lighting shows you that there's like these little vents, and you can, if you want, to pop them up and kind of give them like some 3D effect by having that a little bit more popped up. You can, and how you do that is these little pieces fit inside there. So this one kind of reminds me of Pac-Man. This kind of reminds me of like a ghost or a goblin here. But they just fit right in there. And so that can go in there. And then when I run that through, then we'll have our 3 big popcorn pieces. So here, this releases off of there, and you can see that vent. So that's how that works. Like so. Okay. So we've got all of those pieces with those vents. Okay, got that. And then let's bring over this guy, and I could have, instead of stamping him all in Real Red, I could have taken my markers and done like the bottom 2/3 of it with a Real Red marker, and then the top popcorn part here, I could have done that in Daffodil Delight, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do different here in a little bit. Let's see. Well, I'm going to come back and do the I think the feet and the shades last, just because. Okay, so I didn't want red popcorn. So what I wanted to do is just make it look like a bucket. So I'm just going to take my scissors and just follow that scallop edge along the top of my bucket here and cut off the red popcorn. And somebody said, oh, well, you could have like, lots of people have popcorn and they put those Red Hots in there, and that works too. So I was just thinking, because these popcorn kernels that I'm using are kind of large, I thought, well, maybe I want to do away with the small popcorn and just go with the large ones on that. So let me take a couple dimensionals here and just put that on my bucket. Hello there, Joni. So good to see your name on here. Okay, now I'm going to put him standing on the yellow right here. And he already looks cute, but he looks a little nearsighted or something without glasses. Now that I've put glasses on him almost every time I've used him, I feel like he kind of looks like there's jokes about that. There's like Facebook reels and such that people don't recognize their friends without their glasses and such, but I kind of feel like that with this guy. Okay, so now I'm going to take this popcorn and just kind of put him like so. It looks like it's kind of popping out of that bucket there, like so. And then I'm going to grab the other two and get some dimensionals on the back side. I only need like one for these guys. This one's gonna go over here, and then this one's gonna kind of go up there. So we've got our trio right there. Hello there, Faith. Good to see you on here too. Okay, so now I'm gonna come back and we're gonna die cut some cute little glasses and feet on here. To do that, what I did, and I like to show people because I've been using my adhesive sheets a lot, and sometimes people will be like, how do they work again? Because if I bring them to a class, it's already done, or sometimes even my videos. So I just cut down this strip. They come in 6 by 12 inch pieces, which is quite large. So I'm just going to, once again, you try and do this live on a video. Peel away this sticker. There we go. Once you get it started, it's easy. Okay, so this just gets tossed, and then this is your sticker. So just peel that apart like so. And I have cut this just a smidge smaller than this piece of black cardstock. And so now I've got a nice sheet, so I can make obviously more than just this card for sunglasses and such. And usually I'll get a little extra of that adhesive stuck to my fingers too, but worth it because it's so easy now. So all I have to do, whoops, want to show you the sticker goes down, and then I'm going to put my feet, die, and my sunglasses there, and then run this through. Okay, so we've got this. Okay, where's my take your pick tool? Here we go. So I'm just gonna poke those eyes out, and that's trash. And then I've got my sunglasses here, and then these tiny little feet. For the card today, I like the black shoes for some reason, but somebody had die cut and some white ones, and they kind of look like cute little high tops, and it was just like so cute. So now all we need to do is just pick away at the edge, which isn't hard to do. And now this is all sticky because it's adhesive sheet. So now look at this guy. How fun does he get automatically with those glasses on? And I always want to call them sunglasses, but they're not. They could be, depending on what you're doing. And then same here, I'm just gonna tear off the sticker part and give this guy some shoes here, like so, and pick that off. And this guy's got another sticky shoe, whoops, like so. So easy to work with when you do it that way. So it just adds so much character to that guy to do that. And now for embellishments, we could have went like yellows or reds or whatever, but earlier in the video, if you're just joining, I talked about, like, I didn't want it to look like Ronald McDonald or whatever, so I was kind of being careful. And so I went through all my embellishments, and I thought, oh, I love the subtlety of the adhesive back sparkle gems. And these have actually been around for quite a while. There's a silver, black, and there was kind of like a gold, coppery gold look to it too. So I'm just going to take one of these large ones here. And the black is perfect because it's, like I said, kind of that subtle. If you're going to a movie, it's kind of fun to see like the curtains and the lighting through the curtains, and that kind of is what this reminds me of, just kind of a little bit of sparkle for the evening there. So black on black. So yes, I know, aren't those glasses fun, Pam? Love that. All right, for the inside, I'm not going to do a lot, but of course I always like it when I can do something that kind of coordinates with the theme. So let me grab my inside. Oh, there's that strip I think I was looking for before of the white, basic white. All right, I love the sentiment to go with it. No one's better than you. So, and even that font, I love kind of that print with some cursive on there. I think that's just like darling in itself, but very easy to read as well. So I'm just gonna put some adhesive on there, and then that will finish our card. But super fun, super fun. Hello there, Julie. Good to see you. All right, so that's the Poppin By Bundle. Like I said, in there too, I just love the subtlety of those embellishments and how much fun the glasses and feet add to that card. All right. Whoops. Oh my goodness. What did I do? Here we go. I was going to turn my camera around and my whole screen went sideways. All right. So thanks for bearing with me twice today, 2 videos. And you can tell like I've been running after the guys. They're baling hay today and it's so hot. And so because I've been kind of in and out, I just put my hair up in a ponytail and showing you guys the real me because it's a live video, right? And I don't know how to put filters on, so I can't do that. I wish I could because I kind of look a little rough today. But anyway, the focus is supposed to be on my cards, right? So tomorrow it's supposed to rain, which will keep me in the house, and I would love to come back to you guys with another inspirational video. So take care and see you guys later. Bye-bye.